Yo, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to my Hamilton 2018 F1 Championship Series. This is live streamed here on YouTube and then goes up on my channel as a video, and it's a series where we are going to go through the whole of the 2018 season on F1 2018. 100% races, 90 AI difficulty, which is the first on Expert. I think is Expert or Master, one of those two, and we have done quite a few races already. We've gone championships. We've done Australia, which we won. Bahrain, we came second. China, we came fifth. Azerbaijan, we retired, unfortunately. Spain, we won. Monaco, we retired. And Canada and France, we both won. So the next one, which is round 9, which is today's race, is the Austrian Grand Prix, which is the home to Red Bull Racing, which is pretty interesting. Just before I go into the qualifying session, I am just going to add a few tags. Formula 1, F1, Hamilton, can't spell, Formula 1 and Austrian GP, and let me just put up. There we go. So let me just save that. But yeah, anyway, we're going to carry on. This is the leaderboard after 8 rounds. We are currently topped by 15 points after a brilliant race in France, which we were able to claw back the deficit to Vettel. We were 10 points behind him. Now we're 15 points ahead of him because he retired in lap 48 or something like that in the French Grand Prix. Anyway, we're going to continue. While this is loading, I do want to just take your attention away from F1 just for a second, because I've started a brand new series on Sims 4, which is up on my channel as I'm live streaming this now, and obviously once this video goes out, I would already had 2 episodes go up. The first one introducing the housemates, because it's a Love Island series, so if you're a fan of Love Island, a fan of Sims 4, you're going to love it. So we introduced the housemates, 4 boys, 4 girls, and then we introduced the villa in which they'll stay, and we carry on a bit. And the second episode, we are right into it, watching, seeing what they do, and seeing what relationships and friendships are formed between the housemates. It's a very, very good series, so go and check that out after you watch the live stream. But for now, we are going to set our car set up to increase top speed, and we are going to set ourselves a first qualifying lap. Let me just check my audio is working because I'm watching live stream. Set up. Yep, I heard myself. That's the main thing. So this track is fairly easy. I'd say it's easy because it's just it's a very short track actually. So there's a lot more laps than the standard race. I think it's about the same as Monaco, so around 78. I want to say there's not many there's not too many tough corners. So hopefully we can actually do all right. We're still on the same difficulty. It's still 100% race. So, but we've won the last 2 races. So I like to think at least that we can try and come here and potentially win again. If not, get at least on the podium, which would be very nice. So this is probably the trickiest corner, which is the slowest corner, but if you can get around alright, it's alright. Problem is I need to get past this McLaren, but it's going so slow, and it's going to be right in the corner when I catch up to him. So this is going to be a slow lap, unfortunately, but at least he's getting out of the way for me, so I can start to potentially do a bit better. It's tricky left-hander here. You have a lot of pace, and if you mess up the first one, which I kind of did, it could leave you open for attack in the race, but we'll see what we do. Sainz has gone into provisional pole. As I'm recording this, it is the 18th, 19th of February, and F1 testing for the 2019 season has officially begun. We go on provisional pole, but none of the big hitters yet have set a lap time, so I'm not expecting to fully stay there just yet. That first corner, I got so wrong. So I want to set one more fast lap if I can, and then go into Zuplitz. Let's get this nice. Not the worst ever. which we actually gained time there, which is pretty nice. So we should go into positives, which we have done. Really nice. Let's hope that this Force India doesn't stay in my way. That was an awful corner. Absolutely awful. That was an awful corner as well. He's gonna let me past, but it's bad anyway because I'm 3 temps down. Because I don't know why, but it all automatically like hits the rev limiter. It's weird. Anyway, I need to change it over from top chat to live chat. So if any messages come through from anyone that's watching live stream, I will be able to read it even when I'm racing, because there are going to be stages where I can actually just watch what watch the chat. Okay, so let's go on to another set of ultra softs, and let's go on to car setup. Click on that, and let's load the fuel. So we've got the lightest we can possibly be, and potentially the quickest. So, without further ado, I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm going to get back into lapping this bad boy of a car. One thing I was watching this video last night of the evolution of F1 games from 2009, which was Codemasters' first F1 game, to their latest, which is obviously 2018. So it's coming up to 10 years now. And even though this is the first one that introduced the Halo into the game, I don't really notice it when I'm driving. It's actually weird how I don't really notice it, even though I like it in the Mercedes because it's carbon fibre, but some cars it's awful on. Red Bull's pretty cool because I think they have the tag here like logo on the top, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I rate this one. I don't actually know if I've used the Ferrari while it's been on the game. I actually don't know, to be honest. Let's see if we can set a decent lap here. That was awful. Sometimes I'm just doing awful. Come on, if we can set a faster lap, I actually believe I'll just be on pole. Because Vettel now has set... Oh, I don't like that. That's one thing I don't like about this. And see, look, that just messed me up. I couldn't do the racing line then. I don't actually know. Oh, I do have enough potential to do another lap. So I'm trying to keep it nice and smooth, but you lose a lot of time on that first corner because it's uphill. Will I even improve on my first lap, which I swear I got in the way of the not Mercedes, the McLaren. Oh, I actually gained time on that lap around that corner. Nice. If I can put it on pole, then I could do alright. But I did actually predict after Monaco there was like a 4 or 5 races, but I honestly think I could do very well on. So far, I've proven that. I've won the previous 2 since Monaco, and I'm looking like I'm alright around this track. The next is Silverstone, the British Grand Prix, then Hockenheim, which I kind of like Hockenheim. I did honestly miss it on previous F1 games when it got taken off, when the German Grand Prix became obsolete, but now it's back. Obviously it would be nice to win against Vettel on that one. 2 tenths extra, which is very lovely. To be fair, from the looks of it, and I went about 2 tenths quicker then, and I was only just under 3 tenths quicker after that lap, so they were within 1/10 of me. But now they're 1.1 second behind. Where has this pace come from? You know what, I'm just going to accelerate time. I don't think anyone's going to get near that. They might get nearer, but I don't think they're going to get very near. Okay, they're probably going to start coming up for their fastest laps. Oh, was that? Oh, I thought it was Bottas. Bottas was only down by 1/100th of a second. Even it was less than that. Even it was 8,000ths of a second. He was behind. Oh, I hope Valtteri gets a good start. I beg, but I like that Vettel's down in 4th. But for now, it's Raikkonen, Vettel, and Verstappen I need to stay ahead of because they're all 15 points. ahead of me, so if I come fourth and one of them wins, they're going to be on the same points. But I have a decent gap right now. 15 points is decent because Vettel obviously retired in France, which was amazing because he was the only car to actually retire. But yeah, if you've missed out on any races this season, go and check them out. You don't have to watch all of them. You can skim through them and like watch bits you want to. And the best race I recommend though is definitely Canada. That was an amazing race, one of my favourite ever, because there was dynamic weather, so it started dry, went wet, then went back dry, position changes, strategy changes. It was brilliant. But anyway, let's get on the grid and let's have a look at our strategy for this race. So it's about 7 seconds left, more even if I choose that one. So what I'm going to do is, it's 71 laps. We are going to do it. So 83 minutes, 1 hour and 23 minutes it predicts. Anyway, let's begin. I would like a good start because I'm not going to be... Oh shit. I didn't put the clutch down there. That was slow. That was so slow. Actually, I'm kind of happy in many ways. I'm on the outside. Alright, I'm going to take that back. Like, I've started to do a bit more flashback. I'm going to have it... Oh, I can't even have it at the start. Hang on then. Let's start. Flashback. Alright, so let's do it from here. I was not expecting Kimi to break that much on the first corner. But he gets in my bloody way. So I have to go all the way on the outside. I lose 3 places because... Oh no, it's actually Danny that's next to me. I'm going to try... take Valtteri there. Okay, that wasn't a greatest start ever, especially because I flashbacked on the first corner. But now, with Bottas behind me, I'm hoping in these early laps I can actually gain on Kimi. I didn't actually check my fuel before I started. 1.15, is that going to go up or down? That's what I want to know. Right. These early laps I need to stay ahead of Bottas, and I need to try and gain. Okay, my fuel's actually going down, so in this race I'm well, I'll have to go on lean at some point then. Oh, she's gone back up. Maybe on the corners I gain, but down the straights I lose. .1 seconds. Let's keep an eye on that gap. It's 1.2. Oh, yikes. I went so wide. You know what, I'm going to go rich and try and gain on him early. Plus I need to get our DRS range to Valtteri, who is sticking to me like glue right now. Oh, I'm actually mucking up here, aren't I? Austria isn't one of my favourite tracks, despite how easy it is. It's weird. And if I can get close to him on this lap, it means that I'll be within a second for DRS. I gained quite a bit on that third sector then. Plus I got away with it from Bottas.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up.
There's DRS. That was a good call. Potentially could try and get him here. He hit me. I'm the victim. Right, DRS to get away from him.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
I'm going to stay on Rich for a bit, try and get out of DRS range. He's off there, so I stay on track. So this bit, they stay with me because I'm awful at these corners, but see that, I don't know why I slowed down way too much then. But in the final sector I seem to be a lot quicker. Okay. Oh no, he's coming back at me because he's using the extra boost in his engine, his air system, his energy recovery system. Another fastest lap, despite the fact that I overtook Kimi. Okay, for that bit I was going quicker, but now he's going to start coming back at me. Oh, I need to build a gap. This bit of the track is horrible because he's got DRS done, these two. And what's worse is Vettel is right behind Bottas. I honestly believe the Ferraris on this game have been wrongly put as the top team.
We advise moving to mix 2.
Yeah, I'm going to move to mix 2 in just a sec. So I'm going to do it now. So I am going to be susceptible to attack. Oh, I thought he actually was going to go for that. That was incredible pace then. Do I stay on the inside or... I actually don't know. I'm surprised he didn't go for an overtake there, to be honest. The main thing is I got back ahead. Oh god, no. He's going to come for an attack. Is there anything I can do about it? I can try shut the door on him. I just need to get out of range of him. But that's tough when he's in such a quick car. That was an awful second to last corner because I was too far in on the track. I was expecting Kimi to have the fastest lap done, but it wasn't to be. I have an itchy nose right now. I think this is the corner where I think I can make him spin. Potentially. That time it didn't attack as much. Surely Sebastian's going to go past Valtteri soon. Surely it's only a matter of time. I don't know. Wait, actually, that's a good one. Weather.
Didn't catch that. Say again.
Weather.
No rain expected. No rain expected for the time being. Dries
Okay.
seem like the best tyre for now.
It just seemed a bit darker on track. There's a lot of laps in this race. So many. Hello and welcome to this amazing live stream you're watching.
Gap to teammate behind is 3.2 seconds.
So I'm actually building a bit of a gap to Bottas, and Bottas is doing alright to keep Sebastian back. But I've got to remember, Kimi is a main rival of mine now anyway, so even if Sebastian's yielded, I have to make sure that Kimi's yielded. I would love the first Mercedes 1-2 of the season to be in this one. Build more of a gap, and also Bottas can also catch up to all the other rivals. That'd be nice. I was expecting Red Bull to do a lot better so far. They're slipping back so much. You can definitely see the top two teams now. So I actually do get away from that last corner, but not enough that I actually get out of DRS. When do I pit? Like 19. Wow, these can go quite far actually on this track. The good job is, well, the good thing is the other two cars are dropping back. Bad news is Kimi isn't, because his air system is latching onto the back of mine. Kimi's a good guy, but I can guarantee on F1 2019 he's not going to be any good, because he's going to be in the Salvas. And then it's Leclerc, and I think Leclerc is a brilliant talent. I'm looking forward to seeing how he actually does. I have to admit, I really do like Ferrari's matte red and black trim car. It's very nice. It's incredibly beautiful. Red Bull, their race livery is awful. It's just the same as last year. I like Mercedes this year, I really do. It's going to be about 0.5 seconds behind again. Yep. There's no point me using Rich, because he's still going to latch on the back of me. So all I can really do, just keep doing what I'm doing, and hope I pit a lap before him. Get away a bit, get a bit of an undercut lead. That'd be nice. Is he going for the overtake this time? I believe he is. He's thinking better of it. Shut the door on him a bit there. But after this corner, he's straight back on me. Because this is the corner I just slowed the most. It's weird. I love this final corner. I don't know why. It's very simple, but it's cool. Oh, it's 0.8 seconds. I thought that maybe it was near enough a second. Bottas is doing bits. Let's just hope that he gets his strategy spot on this time. I'm not gonna lie, last 2 race wins I've had, there's been some dodgy decisions. Right, if I can keep Kimi behind right now, and get this corner right, which I bloody well haven't, then potentially I can do bits. Get out of DRS zone, hopefully. He's 1.2 seconds. I don't know how I built a bit of a gap, but I have. There's a McLaren that's like only just up the road. I'm guessing he's pitted already, because after 10 laps there's no way I've done cut by about a minute normally. It's dropped back to 1.7 seconds. This is brilliant. This is the time where I just need to push. Whoever's watching, because I can see there's a couple of viewers, just say hi in the chat, because let's be honest, when you're at the front and you've got a bit of a gap, all you're doing is just driving. When you're cutting your way through the grid, you have to concentrate more, but I don't have to. Just put hi in the chat and I will respond to every one of my amazing viewers, because let's be honest, you are amazing because you're watching me. Not saying I'm amazing, for that's why you're amazing. I mean, like, I find it amazing when people actually watch me. 2.2 seconds. I wonder if Bottas can close the gap now. Now that I've managed to get a lead, and let's hope I keep it. Okay. 2.7 seconds. I'm actually building a nice lead now. Oh, Sebastian's back on the tail of Bottas. Come on, James, just don't fuck up. I mean, come on, Lewis, don't fuck up. Keep getting itchy noses. Ah, oh, that's nice. wonder who's going to have the retirements today. In fairness, Bottas is only 2.5 seconds behind Kimi. I don't know if Kimi's got a problem or something, but he's dropping back a bit each lap, which is good, brilliant in fact. I don't think I've ever had a true lead at the front early on. This feels nice. Maybe Austria will make it a hat-trick of wins. Who knows? And pick up my 5th of the season. 5 and 9, that would be nice. So far I've won half the races on 90 difficulty as well. That's not even low, that's high. I'm good at this game. It's nice to have a game where you're actually good, and because like on other games you play on certain difficulties that are good to you. I'll say on Minecraft I always play hard because there's nothing. I wish there was like a ultra hard where it was there was more spawns maybe of mobs. I don't know, but some games I just don't feel confident enough to put it on hard, so you put it on normal, even easy. I can't think of the last game I put on easy, but I want to. It's nice to have a test but still be good. 3.9 seconds. And Bottas is catching. He's only 2.2 seconds now. But the thing is, with Bottas catching Raikkonen, that actually opens the door up for Vettel. It actually does. Look at the gap between them in the minimap. Minimap's more enjoyable to watch on me sometimes. But it's a very straightforward track. There's not much scenery really. You're just on a big hill. The best thing you can see is that bull to your left. I wonder if I can get a better shot of it because I don't really look at the scenery. It's up there. That might have messed me up a tiny bit. 4.1 seconds now. See, this is what the importance now of like creating a gap is incredible, because if they're within a second, they've got ERS system and DRS. So they've got the energy recovery system and the drag reduction system, which I want to say it's like an extra 70 horsepower for the DRS, and then it's instant power for the electrical system, the battery power, because everyone knows electric cars and stuff, they have instant power, because with an engine you get a bit of lag, and with turbochargers it's even more of a lag. So this is just instant power from F1 cars nowadays. The hybrid systems in these cars are amazing. Would I be surprised if F1 goes full electric? Obviously we see there is the I've forgotten the name of it, because there is the like it's F1 but it's all electric. What the hell is it called? But you know what I mean. There is a championship for electric cars only, and they're nothing like these cars though. I think hybrid at the moment is the best. I think it's the best because you still get pit stops, obviously not with fuel. Formula E, thank you, Current Crone. I just forgot what it was. My mind kept going to like Formula 2 and stuff. I was thinking it's not Formula 2. Formula E, thank you. The thing, I kind of rate the tracks of Formula E because they have them actually in cities, even though I'd be useless at them because they're so tight. But I also like that fan boost system. I think that's an incredible system, which I don't know how they came to that thing, but into like you vote on an app, and like that driver gets like a fan boost and they get a bit of extra power. That's incredible. But the thing that makes me wonder is like, why do they need that? Why doesn't every car just be as powerful as they can without being added more? Plus that's just down to favoritism, surely. I don't know if they also give a boost to maybe someone that's struggling. I don't know. But I think that's a very good thing. I wouldn't be surprised in the next couple of years if there's a Formula E game. I'd like that actually, because I would like to get into Formula E, but the problem is I don't really know many drivers. I know there's some ex-Formula 1 drivers, but let's be honest, they're just the drivers that are just not good enough for Formula 1, because this is the glamour. This is the glitz and glamour sport. This is the richest sport in the world. Bottas is 2.4 seconds now, he's not gaining anymore. But the main thing is that he is ahead of Sebastian, which is the main thing. But yeah, thank you Cronin for telling me what it was, Formula E. I don't know why I didn't come to that conclusion, but I don't mind. So we're about quarter of the way through this game, race even. Got a nice healthy gap to Kimi. Plus if I pit ahead of him, I should get a bit of extra gap. This could turn out to be a simple-ish race. Obviously I fucked up the start, but the flashback made it seem like it never happened. I don't like the pitting in system here, because whoever's going into pits gets in the way of the racing line around the last corner. It's on the wrong side. Pit should be on the left hand side on this track, even though obviously they aren't. Yeah, they honestly should be. Actually, to be fair, Baku goes the other way around. It's more lefts and rights. So I can understand it, but it would make a lot more sense if it was on the outside, away from the racing line. But oh well. Oh, bloody hell. I was looking at my chat then, to see if anything could come in. Raikkonen's already pitted. Okay. I'd like to think I'd still come out ahead of him, but should I just cover him off? I've got a bit of a gap. I don't know. I think they needed to react early. I think they did. I wish there was an indicator on the screen saying like where, like it says rejoin third, which is all very well, but how close to fourth? I'm gonna drive another lap because it's only this next lap that I'm pitting. So.
We're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can.
Yes, sir. I'll try at least. I'm not great with them laps. I know that I'm quicker than the Ferraris on this track if I've got a gap. Jesus Christ, it's only 0.2 seconds between Bottas and Vettel. I just saw 0.2 of a second. That's mad. At least I've got a bit of a gap between myself and the McLaren. When does it kick in? Okay, it kicks in now. Come on, let's get in and out before Raikkonen. Go, go, go.
Go now.
Okay, they've gone past. They're going to probably... So Raikkonen's on a different strategy. He's gone on super softs early.
Okay,
that's a bit of a bold one, to be honest. I wonder what his thinking is. Maybe it's just to go longer, but I'm going to go on super softs after this stint. I'm intrigued to know what the Ferrari's thinking is, but surely in this stint I'm just going to get even further ahead. Message retracted from Cronin. Why? I want to know what the gap is between myself and Kimi. I didn't see then. Oh, he's... I wonder if he had to stop for like wing change or something. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, I should be able to set purple sectors and get away from Kimi now? He is 7.3 seconds. These two are gonna pit. Oh no, they haven't pitted yet. All this time we're going to be catching. Oh, Vettel's got past him. Oh, Bottas, you should have pitted. You numpty. I don't know why my right shoulder's hurting. Must be all these G-forces. I don't know. Oh, my posture's poor, which it is. My posture is awful. Okay, that corner was awful. Right, it's 8.2 seconds. Was he 7.3 or was he 7.8? Either way, it's half a second or a full second. I've just had to. It all depends how much quicker he might be when I'm on ultras and he's. No, when he's on ultras and I'm on super. Surely they're going to pit now. It was 8.3, now it's 9.1. I am so much quicker than Kimi. Oh, Bottas is in. And Vettel stayed out, so I'm tipping Bottas to... Oh, the thing is Bottas going to be near to Kimi? Ooh. No, he's going to be behind him. I know that. But only by a few seconds, I would have thought. But I don't know what Valtteri's going on. That was a good sector. I don't know what Sebastian's doing. He stayed on much longer than anyone else. What? I just don't get why he's... Like, Kimi stopped before me, but so, I don't understand why his tyres have gone knackered, but Vettel's didn't. I want to know what... I think Vettel's going to go back on ultras. I don't think he's going to stay on ultras. Surely. It'd be interesting to see who's in third though. Alright, we're back into first, which is glorious. I think Vettel stayed out of... Why is Bottas so... So apparently Vettel's come out ahead of Bottas, and Vettel's on the ultra soft, so he can probably keep that. I thought that Valtteri would be third, to be honest, because he got that undercut, but he didn't. That's weird. I'd love to see a section of the track where they are, which is... Oh, Valtteri's just behind. He's got those tyres up to temperature, so hopefully he can mount a serious charge on Vettel. If anything, the real loser from this is Raikkonen, I think. Okay, we're going to get DRS, which is very nice for me to build my lead. Oh, it's going to be on this corner, isn't it? Just let me past and then it's all good.
The gap to the car behind is 11.5 seconds.
11.5 seconds. Actually, it's 12 seconds now, which is brilliant for me. I've got a nice lead. I just need to keep on building it because he's going to be on the faster tyre than me at some point, I would have thought, in this race. Vettel is going to go past Raikkonen. I think we're all in agreement on that because he's on the quicker tyres, but otherwise he's gaining them and he's got away from Bottas. I want to know if Bottas went on the super softs, maybe trying to do what Raikkonen's doing. I can't call the top four right now. I can call it has been in the top 4 unless something serious happens to one driver. But I can't call that front 4. At the moment it's looking good for me. It's looking very good. So all I can do right now, as see, I've added another second nearly to Kimi. So all I can do is just drive my hardest. What lap did we stop? About 42. And then for the last 30 laps-ish, we're just chilling on super softs. It's just bizarre why Kimi pitted earlier than me. And when on supers, like my intention was always to go back on ultras, which I'm on. Surely you'd match your ride, but saying that you did pit before me, didn't know what I was going to do. But I knew what my strategy was going to be. It's ultra soft, super soft. So he's an idiot. .5 seconds is only 1.3 seconds between himself and his teammate. Them battling for a short period because I think Vettel's going to get past him fairly easily in the end. It means that potentially Valtteri can catch up more to Raikkonen than anyone else, because at worst Bottas is on the super softs and he'll catch up a bit because they'll be squabbling. If he's on ultras, he will also be catching up like Vettel is to Kimi. There's only 0.6 seconds between them. It'll be interesting to see how close that is in a sec. That is close. And Bottas is so far behind. I think Bottas on this game has been made not to be that good, to be honest. But Vettel, down the next few straights, he is going to be past Kimi, and he's going to be interesting to see what sort of times I have to Vettel, because I need to start thinking that Vettel could be a contender more than Kimi is. What's my fuel like? Oh, I need to go on lean for a bit, don't I? Let's go on lean now. Let's collect a bit of fuel. Let's get it up to at least a lap's worth. Kimi's still there, but down this first straight, he's a goner. He's an absolute goner. .8 seconds. If anything, he's adding time to Vettel now, which is helping me out. So the Ferrari is helping the Mercedes massively. Especially while I'm on lean, it's nice to see that I'm creating a gap as well as collecting spare fuels. Look how close they are. I don't know how Vettel hasn't gone past him yet. I'm puzzled by that a bit. Oh shit, I just realised I've got a few messages. It just hadn't come up on my screen. Just that. I can start to read them now. What's up, man? How's it going? Let's go. First place, plus 13 second gap. Read my comments, please. Yep, doing that. It would be much appreciated. Yep, that's English. And much appreciated. Okay, read it all. Down one main straight as well. That's decent. Raikkonen's still in second, which is good, because if anything, it's just helped me out so much. There's only 0.3 of a second between them. Hello, Sirotkin. How you doing, mate? Raikkonen's still in second. How? Surely it's within the next 15 seconds it's going to happen. There's 1/10 between them. Why is Vettel being so... Oh, he's got ahead. Yeah, I did say that was going to happen. Probably into that corner. Get off my racing line. Why are you not moving? You've just slowed me down by about 2 seconds, maybe? I'm going to say about 2 seconds. Right, if I can keep the gap over 15 seconds, it's bless. But we'll see. I want to see the pace between Vettel and myself now. I'm going to stay on lean just for a bit longer. So it's 17 seconds or something there and thereabouts. Let's see. Once he crosses the finish line. 16.1. Oh dear. I was saying I'm about to switch to standard. Kimmy's taken second back. Kimmy just don't give up. I love that. 16.3. They were getting DRS on each other though. Well, Kimmy was. Alright, there's the laps, and now back on standard. Forget about that for the time being. Let's just go. 16.3 was the last sector time. They're battling hard. Wow! I also see that Bottas has caught up a bit. So he has got a bit of a boost because they're squabbling. 16.7, that's gone back up. Brilliant. Because they're battling hard, and they'll keep on battling maybe for this whole stint. I don't know, Kimmy just never gives up. I love Kimmy's determination on this series so far. He's probably been like excluding myself because I'm in control. For the computer drivers, the AI, the artificial intelligence drivers, I'd say Kimmy's been amazing. He's never given up, except when he's just been knocked by a retirement or something, but 16.7, so that gap is staying about the same, but they are getting DRS on each other, so Vettel, I don't know, maybe Vettel needs to build a gap. Either way, it's a big gap, but that'll be shortened if I make a mistake, so I just need to drive my own race. They're coming up to backmark as well, and Bottas has closed the gap even more. We've got another 10-12 laps on these tyres, and then we go on to super softs till the end. The good thing about Vettel also is he's scrubbing Raikkonen's tyres. Right now, Vettel goes second in the championship, but you've got to remember, in the last stint, Raikkonen's going to be on the quickest tyres, and neck and neck really on the grid. So you would probably say Raikkonen is favourite to finish second at this stage. I don't know what Bottas is on. I don't know what his strategy is. I want to say he's on super softs like Raikkonen, because his pace has not really been there. Can't believe I lost a couple of seconds beyond Sirotcom there. Right, they're into the 17s right now. Oh, there's 0.8 seconds between Vettel and Raikkonen. I think this is the bit where Vettel's probably going to start going ahead, but Raikkonen's brilliant at latching on. So I'm not ruling him out just yet. I think Raikkonen could come second. I think Vettel still could though, depends on how much of a lead he can do in the next 10 laps. Raikkonen's going to be on until like the lap 50ish, you would have thought at least. 17.2, 18.3, so Raikkonen now is out of the DRS zone of Sebastian. The thing that I want to know is where Bottas is in conjunction to Raikkonen now. So that's going to be the interesting one. Well, we've got two battlers here. I'm just going to have to slow down, aren't I? Oh, God almighty. I'm sorry, Sainz, for slowing you down, but I'll have to slow down Ericsson in a sec, so... Oh, actually, it's on this bit of track where no one seems to yield. Oh, actually, that's brilliant. No, well done, Marcus. Normally, I'm not a big fan of Marcus Ericsson, but that was brilliant. You're a don for doing that. Bottas is in third. He's on ultras. Jesus Christ, it took him a while to catch up then. I think Kimmy's more on the money than he thinks, because he's only like a few seconds now behind Vettel at most. Bottas needs to catch up to Vettel, but to do that he needs to get rid of Raikkonen, and Raikkonen I think will go back ahead of Bottas maybe once more. Charles, I know you're a Ferrari driver now, but please get off the racing line, thank you. Right, I need to keep an eye on the gap between myself and Vettel now. 18.1, okay, it's kind of safe right now. 19.9, there's 1.9 seconds-ish off Sebastian. I want Bottas to get second. What's happened? Who's out of the race? Who's out of the race? That's what I want to know. Who is out of this race? It's not Kimmy, surely.
Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until the green flag. VSC ending. Wait for green. VSC ending.
No, I feel bad for I actually was about... I don't know if I actually just said that. Did I say it out loud? But I did say, I hope it's not Kimmy. Because I honestly thought he had a very good chance of coming second then. I'm happy in a sense because it's one of the Ferraris. That means in constructors we're going to catch up even more at this rate. It looks like now Bottas is nearly guaranteed a podium as long as he can finish the race. Again, but like, I'm going to stress this. I do hope that Bottas is able to catch Vettel, but it's 2.3 seconds right now. It's not likely. I could be wrong. Depends when they both pit. But I feel sorry for Kimmy because that's a tough blow. That's a very tough blow. That's awful, and we're only at about half race distance right now, so yeah, we'll just have to keep on going. Gap hopefully is even more to Sebastian now. 17.8, actually he's dropped under 18s, but I'm not too worried. 2.8 seconds I think between himself and Bottas, but they were in traffic, so depends who gets the best out of that really, I guess. But all I have to do now is just settle down for another 36, 37 laps and bring home a hat-trick of wins after Monaco. The disaster of Monaco. The short 30-minute live stream on Monaco where I just quit. I just quit. .2, maybe stuck in traffic a bit. About 3 seconds now to get between himself and Bottas. I don't know, it seems like the Ferrari's quicker than the Mercedes, except not quicker than me. I don't know, they might be matching actually. But I think they're out of the traffic now, so it's just about raw speed. And if Bottas can somehow get behind Vettel within a second, which isn't likely, it's just under 3 seconds. It would be nice. It would be very nice. I feel sorry for Kimmy more just because like he made the wrong strategy before he retired. It could have worked out. It could have been genius. It could have been a stroke of genius. I'm not too sure. I'm not honestly too fussed now because he's out of the race. But we've gone over half race distance now. So yeah, another potentially like 40 minutes. I don't know how long it's taken to get this far. But yeah, like another 40 minutes and we should be picking up our 5th win of the season and extend our lead at the top. I would love Bottas to come second, to get a 1-2, get maximum points for Mercedes. Also Vettel, then the gap is even bigger on him. It's going up at the moment to 23 points. I do have good grip. It feels alright. Yeah, I'm thinking about 5 laps time when I'm due to pit. I think that's fine. It's been 30 laps there and thereabout on Super Softs. It's good. Still puzzles me how Raikkonen's the only one that went on Super Softs. He pitted early, yes, meaning that he didn't know what anyone else was going to do. The problem with that is it was just a wrong tyre. My back is hurting. I'm carrying this race. No, it actually isn't. I don't know why I'm on that page. Makes no difference. 19 seconds between myself and Sebastian. These two are squabbling in front of me, so they've slowed each other down. But I'm catching them anyway. I'm the fastest car on the track right now. They are squabbling like hell. So in 2 races, there's been 1 Ferrari that's retired. Last race in France, it was Sebastian. This one is Kimi. They're side by side endlessly. 8th and 9th. Jesus Christ, I could overtake a lot of cars here. I wonder if I'm going to overtake the Red Bull on its own track. That'd be nice. Okay, I'm going to lose a bit of speed here. Get off the racing line. Go. Oh yes, I'm going to get DRS. Nice. There we go, there we go. Should go up to about 20 seconds.
Gap behind is 19.3 seconds.
How far is Bottas behind Vettel? That's my only hope, really. Because right now I am happy with how I'm doing. 19.5, 22, 23. Eek, it's nearly 4 seconds now. Who knows, Bottas might be quick on the super softs. Doubt it. This track is... I like this track. It's not one of my favourites, but I think it's one of the tracks you actually really forget that's on the F1 calendar. It's actually a very good track. I don't know why it's not one of my favourites. It's smooth, it's short, it's not particularly hard. I don't know. I think the first 2, for me, absolutely, Australia's my favourite. Second is Canada. Third, maybe Silverstone. Just because it's the home Grand Prix and everything. I don't know, actually. Brazil's up there. I like Brazil. I like Mexico. Oh, actually, Mexico might be my third. Even though it's quite a tough track, I do like a bit of Mexico. Russia's good. Britain, yes. There's a few decent ones. I'm not a huge fan of Spa. I don't like Japan. Monaco, I like watching it. I don't like playing it. Baku's alright, but it's just tough. I don't know. There's a lot that I can like look at. A lot of it I like. Abu Dhabi's alright. I think it's either Brazil or Mexico for me. I'm gonna say just Brazil. I like the Brazil Grand Prix. What's happened?
Okay, the incident has been cleared. Let's get
Well, we're down to 18 drivers. One of those two is either Magnussen or Hulkenberg's out. Hulkenberg. That's a shame because Renault have been doing. They are the dark horse. Well, they're not the dark horses. They've just done very well. Haven't heard anything from the Red Bulls all race, but that's good because Max is one of those 3 that was neck and neck with Vettel and Kimi. But Kimi's gonna lose out on a lot of points. I'm gonna extend the gap to him to 40. Max might be about 30 potentially. Yeah, potentially, and Vettel's is going to be 22. Yep. Yeah, 22 because it's 18 to 25 is 7. Yeah, it's going to be 22 points. Ooh, Vettel's catching up to a lot of cars there. That could be trouble for him. It could be. Oh, we've binned it to the side of the wall.
in this lap.
On the easiest bloody corner. He must have a bit of contact with Kev. Big old Kev Magnussen. Monza, You know what? I'm not a huge fan of Monza. It's a okay. I will say this. It's a nice track, and it's a quick track because it's the fastest on the grid, isn't it? Because like of average speed. I'm just not a huge fan of it. I'm really not. Same with Hungary. Hungary's a boring track. There's a few boring ones, but I'd definitely say top. All right, let's try and go top 5, and it would be interesting to see what you think, Christian, if you're still watching, because I've only just seen your thing. Number 1, Australia. I just love that track. I've done the most laps on that track in any F1 game. Not only because it's the first one, but I just love it. Second is Canada. That track flows so well. I absolutely adore that track. But I just love Australia more. I would say third is Brazil. Because I like it's quite a short track. It flows nicely. There's a lot of like gradients and nice turns. Then I'd say Mexico. Even though it's a tough track, I do love it. I love that end section when it's proper tight. But I love on the last lap when it's like green, red and white fireworks. That looks sick around the old baseball ground. And then I would say 5th, probably Silverstone, because it's like the home Grand Prix. I kind of like Singapore, to be fair, even though it's a tough track. I used to really like Bahrain. I would probably say Bahrain was in my top 3 for a long while. But it's not now. It's really not. I don't know why. Even though it's more beautiful at night, I don't know. But yeah, Monza is probably midway for me of like, it's one of those where it's quite easy to forget, hence why I forgot it. Same with Austria. I'd say Austria probably could be 6th, to be honest, because it's just a nice little track, to be honest. But I've never really considered it because it's still one you quite easily forget. I love that I came out in front of Vettel by a few seconds. I wonder when they are going to pit, because obviously they pitted after me anyway, so they I think Rosberg potentially could pit this lap, but I don't think he will. I think it'll be like the next lap, and then the lap after that I think it'll be Sebastian again. But I don't know, they might change strategy. I don't know. Vettel's pitting. You know what, let's go for one rich lap. Okay, Bottas is pitting as well. If anything, Valtteri needed the Ferrari to stay out one more lap, try and get that undercut, or get closer at least. But now it's going to be the same, and I probably would say Vettel's going to come home second. Unless he retires, which we live in hope. Surely then the gap between myself and Vettel is about 20 seconds. I don't know how quick the pit stops are because it is pretty much straight line. 22.3. That's decent. If I can keep it over 20, I'm happy. Bottas 27, about 4.5 seconds. I don't know. Come on, let's set another fastest lap. No one's touching us today. Yeah, of course they're going to be running super soft. They haven't been on super soft yet. I just want to get across the line, then put it down to standard. There we go. 1 minute 9.5. Beat that, Sebastian, you bastard. Oh, dear. Oh, we're coming up to Grosjean now in 7th. Where are the Red Bulls? I just haven't seen them. Oh, there's a Red Bull 3 cars ahead. That's alright, eventually I'll catch up to a Red Bull on their own track. I would like to know, before this became an F1 venue, was it just like a testing track for them? This does feel like one of the testing tracks, even though I know it's Catalonia and I know Silverstone's one. But this just feels like a testing track to me. It doesn't feel like an F1 track because there's not many grandstands. The only grandstand is there. Really, the rest is. This is probably one of the worst for visibility to the drivers and stuff. I'm sorry, Grosjean. I know you're fighting your teammate, but I do apologise. I wanted to just stay. I just wanted to stay behind Magnussen for just a second so I could get DRS down this one. But he locked up his tyres. 23.9, 30. 6 seconds between Bottas and Vettel. Looks like the Ferrari, if it was to end now, it's going to be a Ferrari second place. There's always one person that's stopping a Mercedes 1-2, but saying that Bottas has not been good enough this season. He's nowhere near the points total I'm on. The main thing is though, he can get it over the line in third, because then we can get a good amount of points to claw it back to Ferrari, because at the moment Ferrari are picking up 18 points, we are picking up 40. Wow. Okay. 25 plus 15, yeah. Closing that gap steadily in the last few races. At 47, we've got about 25 to go. We're getting there, boys and girls. We're getting here. Yeehaw! Right, I'm up here, boy. I'm guessing it's Alonso in 4th? No. I don't know. I'm guessing Max or Danny are in 4th. Then it could be Alonso in 5th, if it's Alonso. And then Ricardo or Verstappen in 6th. Because I think I've overtaken 7th and 8th on it. I don't know. It's 24 seconds between myself and Val. Jesus Christ, not even putting up a fight now. But 6 seconds still between himself and Valtteri, so they're matching each other's pace, but they're matching. Isaac Fezier. I don't know. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. You just put hi, or hey. How's it going? Having a nice day? I don't know. I'm making small talk while driving a Formula 1 car. How random is that?
You're increasing the gap on the car behind by 0.5 per lap.
Yeah, I know, I'm doing well. This has been the easiest race of the season by far. I thought it was going to be a bit more tighter than this, not going to lie. There's been literally no troubles for me. I just wish I knew if Kimi was still in the race, where he would be. I don't know, it must have just been mechanical failure again. So, it is what it is, isn't it? I'm just looking forward to catching up to a Red Bull. On the Red Bull ring, pretty much. I'm half a minute, or half a lap nearly, ahead of my teammate. Valtteri's been poor. I was hoping that it would be on the super soft because it would explain why he's going so bloody slow. But now he's on the super softs when everyone else is. He's not gaining at all. God, there's a big gap between the two Red Bulls. I just saw one a lot further up the road. I'm guessing this is Danny because I think Max just does better on this game. Which is, it's about right because Danny had such a bad 2018 season. I feel so sorry. I do hope that him and Hulkenberg have an amazing season with Renault. I hope that they actually storm and they cause a few upsets. I hope they get a race win. Because Hulkenberg, I like Hulkenberg. He's one of my favourite drivers, I will say that. Even though he's just underperformed slightly and he just doesn't have the reliability at times. And Danny Ricciardo, you can't not hate him because he has such a nice big smile all the time, despite it going wrong for him on a lot of occasions. So you got to feel for him, you got to feel for Danny. But yeah, I hope Renault do very well this season. That'd be nice. Oops, I don't know why I'm catching a bit of grass. 25.4 seconds. Yeah, Vettel's slowly extending lead even further to Bottas. The only thing I can hope for now is Vettel retiring.
The gap behind us is 25.2 seconds.
Gonna get out of the way? I was about to say, you're going a bit quick. I'm easing off a bit because I don't want to crash into back of him, plus I get DRS. Thank you. This, for me, is a track where it's either you go really quick or really slow, because the gap between the top drivers and the ones at the bottom is incredible. I think it's just down to pace, because this is quite a fast-flowing track. It is just down to actually it tests everything, because I bet they're awful on brakes, they're awful on like handling. Whereas I just thought, because it's the Red Bull ring here in Austria, that they should do good. But they're awful. I'm about to lap one of them. It's Verstappen. I was expecting Ricardo. Fair enough. Oh, we've got a few people watching. Say hi in the chat. Keep me occupied while I race another 20 laps. So we are 20 laps from the end now. It's Max in 5th. Ah, okay. So I must have gone past Alonso at some point, because it's Danny up in 4th, about, I'm going to say like 15 seconds or 10 seconds ahead of his teammate. I don't know if I'll be able to lap both Red Bulls. What has happened to Max? I want to know what tyre he's on, to be honest. Surely he's on the Superstar. There's 100% a difference between the Mercedes and Red Bull, even in Austria. To be fair, I'm struggling to gain on him. That's the weird thing. Now I'm within a second of him, I think. Approaching back mark, as it's saying, so. Does that mean I'm going to get DRS up this bit? Yes, it is. I'm coming for you, Maxi! Even with DRS, I didn't gain much on him. But saying that, he's up in 5th, it's not like he's going slow. But I've still gone ahead, like 1 minute 10 ahead of him. Oh, what a place to park your car. Jesus. He's trying to kill me. Plus he's going to get DRS on this bit. I think that's why he slowed down that early, so he knew that he could get DRS. Oh, I'm just chatting shit, to be honest.
Okay, the gap behind is 26.6 seconds.
It's not the fact that Ferraris have struggled. I don't think they've struggled. I just think I've just had pace in this race. That's just pure pace. Come on. Not too long now. About another 20 minutes. I love how Max is sticking with me now. That DRS has done wonders for him. Makes so much of a difference when you've got DRS behind someone there. Ooh. Oh, we've got 6 people watching. Welcome to the stream. We are coming to, well, we are in the latter stages of this race in Austria, and I would say it's entertaining, but it's really quite boring being at the front by about 25-30 seconds. Oh, 27 seconds Vettel's behind me. I might just pit just to make it more interesting. But I will say this, because I've been thinking about this for the last few laps. If Vettel retires somehow from this race, I'm honestly tempted to slow down enough that Bottas wins and we just get 1-2 with me in second, because no one else is troubling us. The Red Bulls proven that they're not quick enough. So the gap between Ricciardo in 4th and Bottas in 3rd is a lot. Well, it's about, I'm going to say about 15 seconds. Nope, actually Ricciardo's pitted, so it's not even that anymore. He's pitted again, I don't get why. Oh, the 2 Red Bulls are right next to each other. But if anything, it helps Max go into 4th place to at least consolidate points behind me. Because in 4th, he gets 12 points, so he's going to be 28 points behind me. Because yeah, there's a 13-point gap there. That's not too bad, but it's still like it's a race worth where I could afford to retire to Max at least. But saying that, Ricciardo's on fresher tyres, so I'd expect him to get back in front. Really. I don't care either way, because the main thing for me each race is make sure I win, and then no one's catching me. If anything, I'm just extending the gap even further, so it's just nice. So we've had 2 retirees in this race. We've had Kimi Raikkonen around lap 24, 28, something like that, I don't know, we'll check in race director at the end. And we've also had Nico Hulkenberg around the last corner, just going off. He was battling against Magnussen and things got a bit heated, and I think he must have had a mechanical failure as well. So I don't think it's down to like turn down. Okay, Alonso he's a lot further back than I realised. So thing is, in a second I'm gonna have to make him yield. So the gap between him and who is it? Brendan Hartley.
Your front wing is damaged. Expect a lot of understeer unless we replace it. A new strategy is available on the MFD.
Shit. That's not what I wanted. Shit. Turning left is a problem now. Cheers. Cheers, Fernando.
Confirmed.
Alright, let's pit. This race is not over, because I have to pit again, and I've got to have a new front wing. The good thing is though, I am going on the ultras, so I'm going to be quick for the last 13 laps. Vettel's going to be right behind, if not just in front.
Complete. Go now.
Well, I wanted a bit more drama, so I did it on purpose, obviously. Oh, there's Sebastian. Let's just stay out of DRS range and just push to the end, really. This is going to be one quick car. But another hit like that, I'm done for. I'm not even mad, because I should be a lot quicker than him. This gap will get so much more bigger than if I was on supers. I was quicker than him on the same tyre, so easily I'm going to be a lot quicker. You know what? I'm actually going to go on rich. I'm going to set an even faster time. If I can get towards 1:08, I'd love that. I don't think I'm going to go like 6 tenths quicker, but I mean just near in general. That was an awful last corner. Please get out of the way.
Gap to teammate behind is 11.4 seconds.
Okay, I don't think it's going to be this lap. You know what, I'm going to go on lean for a bit. Get the fuel back for one absolute flyer. See, I'm not even far behind from that point. How come I didn't get a DRS then? Surely that's a second. Will I catch up to the Red Bulls again? No, they're way too far now. Thank you, Sergio. Love you. I want to say that the Force India for 2019, that car looks amazing with the pink and blue. I'm going even faster, despite the fact I'm on lean. That's just mental to me. I want one clean lap where I can set like a sick lap time, but well, DRS is nice again. I'm in the 1.8 already.
That's a new fastest lap for the race.
Just get. I'm gonna have to manage this.
Front wing. It'll need replacing if it takes too much damage.
Shit. Both McLarens are crashed into. Okay, that corner's a bit tight now. Okay, we're gonna just have to try and manage it now. Come on, it's only 12 laps. It's just the left-hand turns that are a bit worrying.
Okay, take it easy on the car. We can't sustain this level of damage.
Can't, but we can't just give the win to Vettel. I'm a bit slower around these corners and I have to take it a bit slower, but oh well, it's just don't. Why did he just stop on the corner? The good thing is Sebastian is behind all these cars. He's gonna get DRS, which I don't care really, because I'm on the faster tyre, even with like a bit of a broken wing. Oh, it was gonna be a clean race if it weren't for that. But yeah, there's no way I'm stopping, because even if I stopped, got on another set of ultras, there's no way I'm like gaining that much in 11 laps or 10 over 10 laps. .4 seconds. He's at DRS though, so I'm not reading too much into that. Bottas is now nearly 10 seconds behind Vettel. I wanted to set one clean, fast lap. Well, I'm in a 1.8, which I got even in lean. So 4.3 seconds. I think we could get it up, potentially up to about 10 seconds if we just have a bit of luck. You know what, I'm gonna go rich. I do lose a lot of time now, but I'm still getting away from him. See, I'm still getting purples regardless of my damage, so if I keep getting purple sectors, then nothing's gonna catch me. It's a good job I built up such a lovely lead in the second stint and in the third, because otherwise I'd be so annoyed with myself. I'm annoyed with myself, but I'm not overly annoyed because I came out ahead of him. I'm more annoyed that I hit Van Dorn, to be honest. Right, it's 5.1 seconds. That's honestly fine. Thank God I've been so dominant. I've hit 2 McLarens in 2 laps. Oh well. We soldier on. We lose 9 tenths a lap. we're still ahead of Vettel by a bit, so at the end of the day, it don't matter if I win by 30 seconds or 3 seconds. It's 25 points, and Vettel gets 18. I'd like to think that he's not going to catch me. He has to do over half a second a lap to be even with a chance of overtaking me. But he's 5.1. If it stays over 5 for the next 2 laps, we're Gucci. And I don't think I'm going to catch up to any more cars, so I think we're good now. I think we're good. But we were second off our best then. That's how much this is costing me. But so that means Vettel, I am on the faster tyre though, so that means Vettel's like 1.3 seconds a lap slower than me if I didn't have this injury to my car. It's 8 laps to go, I think. 7 maybe, I don't know. Yeah, 7 laps at the end of this lap. I've lost count. Too many laps. That's maybe one of the reasons why I'm not too keen on it. Actually no, the track itself I do like. It's like, when am I really going to do a 100% race around this track again? But it's alright when it's like half race distance or quarter distance. 5.8, so I'm still building the gap, so I'm not worried. I'm only worried if like I skid off, but for 64 laps I've been fine with staying on the track. Keep rolling, 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 keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Okay. 6 seconds. Very nice. Oh, yeah. Sitting in the same place for 2 hours. It's not good. 6 laps to go. 6 laps to go.
16.6 seconds.
How come that just went up to 6.4 seconds? 16 seconds. Bottas spent, so that's about 10 seconds between himself and Vettel still. Vettel's like, there's no excuses for Vettel. He's just been poor today. No excuses. Same with Bottas. They've been poor, but they're going to get a podium. I still do maintain though that if Vettel somehow retires within these last 5.5 laps, I will let Bottas win. I'm just a nice guy like that. Five laps to go.
Our gap behind is 6.5 seconds.
6.5 seconds. Auga. 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 Look at that helicopter in the sky. It's such an amazing pilot that does that, because I remember, I think before the Monza race a few years ago, watching on TV on Sky Sports F1, big plug for them, great channel, you can watch the latest in F1 news and stuff. Martin Brundle went on board one of the helicopters, one of the camera helicopters that like gets all the aerial shots, and how agile the pilot is with a helicopter is incredible. Such a brilliant video that was made then.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Yeah, it's alright, because I've got 4 laps to go. Technically 4.5 laps, but it's down to 7 seconds. Well, it's up to 7 seconds, I guess. Not gonna lie, even with a broken wing, but luckily it's on orange and not on red again, because red, I'm out of this race. Well, not out of it, but I mean like I'm out of winning in this race. It's still relatively easy. I'm building a gap. I know I'm on quicker tyres, and I know that's a huge factor, but to still have such a lead over Sebastian is still incredible. It's going to be harder to overtake these guys though, but at the end of the day I don't care. I don't care. Oh, I'm going to have to go past Alonso as well, aren't I? So I'm moving a second then, as I showed, but it might have just been just after the ring-a-ting-ting.
Caution, caution.
I think Alonso's out. Fernando's out. That's unfortunate. He nearly took me out. The bastard! Alright, Charles. Charles! Oh, he's actually gained a bit. He's gained by 3 tenths, Sebastian has. That's because I had to slow down for these chump. That's an awful place to put your car. Especially on a corner on the racing line where it's on your side of the track. Right, last 2 laps. This is the penultimate lap. I am about to start now. Let's breeze. Righty ho. Teammate.
Valtteri's P3 right now. Gap to teammate behind is 17.9 seconds. They're on old super softs. The time last lap was a 1 minute 10.3.
Full race update.
You're leading the pack. P1.
Thank you.
Vettel is behind you. The gap to the car behind is 6.4 seconds. They're on old super softs. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap.
6.4 seconds. He's caught up a bit, Sebastian has. But he still has to get past 2 cars, so I'm not worried. Especially when... So he has to gain nearly about 7 seconds in 1 lap now. Because we are about to start. That's the final lap. In what has been another good race overall.
This is your final lap of the race.
Thank you very much. And you know what, in this final minute or so that we are driving around here, it is away from F1, but it's just to announce that I have started a brand new series on my channel. For anyone that likes Love Island, which is it more just a UK thing? I think there's like an Australian version, but I don't know, it's not as good as UK. If you like Love Island, if you like Sims, watching people play Sims, then you're going to love my new series. It's Sims 4 Love Island, so kind of probably guessed that by me saying Love Island and Sims 4. Go and check that out once this live stream's over, which will be in a few minutes time. And yeah, it's brilliant because I've made 4 guys and 4 girls. The 4 guys are actually like real life 4 mates of mine, and I made 4 random girls, and you can see like how I've made them, what they look like, what I think they might be, and also I made a brand new villa. I've done this series before, which was 50 episodes long. I really enjoyed it. But anyway, back to F1, and there is the checkered flag. We crossed the line in Austria. Winners, 3 in a row, a hat-trick of wins, and that's our 5th of the season, 5 in 9. We are storming at the moment towards that 5th World Championship for Lewis Hamilton. Toto Wolff is pleased with me, but let's have a quick look at the podium with ourselves on the top step with our teammate coming home 3rd. It would have been very different if Kimi stayed in the race, but he retired luckily. You know what, I'm bored of that already. Let's go and see what has happened where everyone else finishes. Did Ricciardo get past Verstappen? Yes, he did. So he actually managed to do that. He had 3 stops in the race like myself because of an accident involving Alonso. I was not the one though that retired him. When I caught up to him in the last few laps, he went out. But 3 DNFs for Alonso, Raikkonen and Hülkenberg. Let's have a look at the race director now, and let's look at incidents. Wow, there's a lot of incidents. So lap 1 there was 4 incidents. Gasly hit Leclerc, Leclerc hit Gasly, Sainz got hit by Alonso, and Leclerc hit Ericsson. Leclerc had 2 in the first lap alone. Perez on Sainz, so Sainz has been hit twice by this stage. Raikkonen, terminal damage. Oh, it was terminal damage. Lap 33, he actually crashed. He must have crashed into someone and went out. Oh, that's unfortunate. Van Dorn, severe collision with Raikkonen. So Van Dorn hit him when Raikkonen presumably was trying to not overtake him, lap him. Magnussen had a collision with Hülkenberg, which was on the same lap, but Hülkenberg had a mechanical failure. Gasly again hitting someone. He hit Ericsson, so Ericsson at this stage has been hit twice. Bottas hit Leclerc, so Leclerc has been hit twice, and he's also caused 2. Ricciardo collided with Verstappen. Alonso collided with Hartley, and then he had a mechanical failure. The last thing I want to look at now is the standings, and we are 22 points as calculated ahead of Vettel. We are 30 points because Raikkonen went in front of Verstappen instead of it being 25. I know it would have been 28. Yeah, 28. So Max is now 30 points and Raikkonen is 40 points because he retired. Ricciardo isn't too far behind Bottas, only 5 points behind, but Bottas is in 5th place, but he has a lot of work to do. He is actually 33 points behind Raikkonen, and Raikkonen's 40 points, so he's 73 points behind me, but 22 points, that is brilliant. That's all I could really ask for. Actually, I couldn't ask for more. I could have wished for Vettel, Verstappen, not Bottas. I want him to do well. But anyway, let's look at constructor standings, and we are now only 11 points behind the Ferraris. Thank God that Raikkonen got hit by Van Dorn. Thank you, Van Dorn, even though I hit into you and it could have caused a problem, but I only got orange on my front wing instead of red, which is lucky. But I'm very happy at that. Let's just get back to the main menus while I wrap things up. Guys, if you have enjoyed this latest episode of my Hamilton 2018 F1 Championship Series, be sure to smash that like button and also subscribe if you're new, because that way, if I do another race, which is either in the next day or the day after, you will be aware of it. It'll come up on your subscriptions box. Also, you can click that bell icon, which basically adds a push notification to your phone, laptop, whatever, to your YouTube, and it tells you when I am recording next. Oh god, this definitely is a British Grand Prix. It is raining in qualifying. So we are just going to quit out because that is the next race. I don't know if I'm going to do it tomorrow or Wednesday. I'm not too sure yet. It depends when I just feel up for it. I just felt up for doing the Austria Grand Prix after 2 days of not doing it because it's the weekend. I don't really like recording on the weekend. I know I'm talking very quickly, but I'm going to wrap things up. Until next time, guys. Goodbye.